I can't see sweet fuck up. There we go. What?
Those images are beyond disturbing.
And celebrating victories. As the voices of our communities, local broadcasters are on the pulse, creating the rhythm that beats across this great land. Now imagine a world without them. Our communities need local broadcasting.
News is supposed to be
Visit
boring.
localbroadcasters.ca
Boring
to
news
learn
is a
more.
good thing.
A message from the Canadian Association of Broadcasters.
Pink Floyd's Roger Waters. This is not a drill. We're doing a show in the round. There's something new.
You okay in there?
Featuring his songs.
Sure you don't want to go back in?
Pink Floyd. Friday, July 15th. Bell Center. Tickets at RogerWaters.com. This Since this is radio, and we can't show you the new GMC Sierra AT4's 13.4-inch touchscreen, we got the man born with 6 fingers to test it. Wow! I wish I had 7. See it and reserve yours now at your GMC. Come by to see the damage to believe it. CTV shows you the story from every angle. Watch breaking news video with live events on CTV News at 6 and visit ctvnewsmontreal.ca.
Enjoy a delicious 4-course gourmet dinner on the water with the Bateau Rouge Dinner Cruise. It's the ultimate cruise experience in the old part of Montreal on the St. Lawrence with the gorgeous Pink City. Book your dinner cruise today at bateaurouge.ca.
This is the Four Seasons, composed by Antonio Vivaldi. Beautiful, isn't it?
You go inside? message is really annoying. Hey. Oh my, I keep fucking turning off. Cool. Okay. Huh? Here's some stuff. Oh my god. Control, please. Rage Against the Machine. Everyone's going. Oh, go. I don't think my car will make it.
You preach the whole wide world about freedoms. How come freedom fighters for the convoy are still in jail? Why? Prime Minister, any answers? Any answers for disrupting the lives of so many Canadians for the last 20 years? Prime Minister, any answers? Please answer the people of Canada. Wow, that's very a coward.
Pushing the plan to fight Mr. Trudeau. They are pushing the plan for it. Can you believe that? Donc, ne me touchez pas. Je fais mon travail de journaliste, monsieur.
Yeah.
Traversez l'autre côté.
Sur quelle raison?
Celle que c'est un ordre. Après, un ordre, vous obéissez. Ça fait que
Écoutez, ne me poussez pas.
And don't talk to her like she's a
So now,
kid.
the police are
Pet
giving
and
me
trait.
an order.
Yeah.
Cross the other side. Hey, vous avez pas le droit de me toucher, monsieur.
Yo.
Je veux juste vous rappeler qu'on a déjà une poursuite contre la SPB. Votre nom, votre badge number.
Krukowski, c'est marqué le 604. Bye-bye.
So, Alex, from
She's
Urban
great.
News, and I'm currently in Montreal. And tonight, we received a tip that Mr. Trudeau was in Outremont for having a dinner with maybe coworker or friend.
And she's
So
one
we
who
ran
actually found
on
them.
the scene to see what is happening. And what you can see behind me, police is there all around the restaurant. They have a lot of citizens who are asking questions. I'm going to take the chance to ask as well my question to them. Let's check it out.
Monsieur Trudeau, est-ce que vous vous rappelez de moi? On s'est déjà parlé au combat des chefs. J'espère que oui. Je m'intéressais à savoir, Monsieur Trudeau, votre Avril Cannes, est-ce que c'est en fait la nouvelle version du Non-Digital Traveler Identity que vous avez signé avec le World Economic Forum en 2018, Monsieur Trudeau? Tamara Lich est une manifestante pacifique qui est en ce moment en prison parce qu'elle a juste pris un manifestant. Est-ce que vous trouvez ça normal ici au Québec?
Oui. Ça t'a déjà rencontré d'autres?
Oui.
Tout ce que je vous demande, c'est que, un, c'est un événement privé. Deux, il y a d'autres clients du restaurant
Le
aussi.
Premier ministre,
Je demanderais de respecter.
Bon, mais je me parais moins fort, mais M. Trudeau aurait l'illigence peut-être de venir parler aux gens qui ont des questions pour lui.
C'est possible de respecter l'inquiétude des autres gens autour aussi.
Monsieur Trudeau, est-ce que vous supportez les nouvelles régulations au niveau de l'émission d'azote et de carbone que Marc Routet est en train d'implémenter les régulations, Monsieur Trudeau?
Non, mais c'est le même Premier ministre qui se promène en jet.
Je vois, ils ont mis une table à l'extérieur.
Il voulait la privation des choses. Moi, je suis juste en
Monsieur Trudeau, comme si c'était pas une partie de votre peuple qui a des questions pour vous. Do you support the new regulation on nitrogen and carbon emission that Mark Rutte is doing right now in Netherlands? Mr. Trudeau doesn't want to answer to any question. I tried to ask question in French and in English just to see if he would answer, and obviously he's not doing it. So we can see like the nice meal that Mr. Trudeau is having probably on our taxpayer, your money, guys, and he's eating your money and he's not.
Okay? And you tell
Answer.
me in my face that I'm a racist.
Monsieur Trudeau, quel autre accord avez-vous signé avec le World Forum? I've never been as close as Mr. Trudeau, but obviously he's not turning his face to watch or to try to have a contact with me. He's completely ignoring a part of the people that is on the street asking questions to him. Avez-vous signé avec le World Economic Forum, autre que le Non-Digital Traveler Identity? Comment pouvez-vous manger en ce moment, M. Trudeau, quand vos aéroports sont en chaos et que votre peuple vous observe?
Quand on fait les mises à jour d'Arifcan et tout ça, tous ces communiqués, on ne parle même plus des non-vaccinés. Ma mère, elle a 72 ans. Elle ne peut pas aller voir ma grand-mère qui a 91 ans au Nicaragua parce qu'elle ne peut pas sortir. Elle ne peut pas prendre le vaccin. Puis voilà, monsieur, il vit sa vie normalement. Et ma mère, ici, qui croyait dans la liberté de ce pays, qui était une prisonnière politique, qui a été une exilée politique. On est arrivé ici à Dorval avec une valise de $200 dans les mains au mois de novembre, sans manteau, sans rien. Ce monsieur-là, voilà, ce Trust Fund Baby, lui dit, tu n'es plus une Canadienne à 100%. Tu n'as plus tous les droits que les autres Canadiens. Puis on doit vivre avec ça. OK? Je dois vivre avec ça. Puis pendant que lui, il mange à sa guise et tout ça, mais ma mère, sa pension, elle achète moins de choses à tous les jours.
Canadians know the national anthem. They stand in silence to remember those who died for this country. But not every Canadian knows their rights and freedoms. The Freedom Passport will change that. It looks and feels like a Canadian passport, but contains the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms in a portable, easy-to-read format. The Freedom Passport. Order for your say.
Mr. Trudeau, they are pushing the plan. Can you believe that? Ça, c'est comme ça que M. Trudeau, vous traitez vos citoyens en poussant une plante pour essayer de vous cacher à l'arrière? Mr. Trudeau, how many agreements did you make with the World Economic Forum when you went to Davos? Mr. Trudeau, do you support in Netherlands on the new regulation of the nitrogen and carbon emission? Do you support it? Are you going to do the same here in Canada? Are you willing to trade?
Zones ignored, common citizens. That doesn't disturb me too much. What disturbs me is that he has deprived us of freedom for years, and he's funding neo-Nazis, sending our tax money to the Ukraine, and he doesn't care. He probably doesn't even know what Azov is.
Yeah.
Right. So to me, this is a dictator who is funding neo-Nazi units in the Ukraine, who are anti-Jewish, and he does this in Outremont, which is a Jewish neighborhood. This is just unbelievable. So
we have the president of the police now. So we see that the police are definitely Mr. Justin Trudeau, but it seems that most of the people here, it's children.
Pas juste parler dans la rue.
Ah oui, c'est écrit où?
C'est un règlement municipal.
Ah, c'est un règlement.
Bonjour, madame. Juste, juste.
Mais on marche.
Avez-vous dit qu'elle n'était pas permise de rester dans la rue?
C'est pas ça que j'ai dit.
Qu'est-ce que vous avez dit? Pouvez-vous répéter pour moi, s'il vous plaît? Je vous le demande. En ce moment, c'est un milieu qui est public. Vous ne pouvez pas me donner un ticket par rapport à ça, monsieur. Sur quelle raison vous me donneriez un ticket ici?
Je vous donne l'ordre de circuler. Si vous refusez l'ordre de circuler sur un trottoir, je peux vous écrire un constat pour ça.
Et sur quel prétexte?
De pas m'enregistrer.
Ben oui, j'ai le droit, je suis dans un milieu public.
Maintenant, vous circulez.
Je vais appeler mon avocat avant, puis on va voir si qui a raison.
Parce qu'il y a un règlement municipal qui a été règlement. On vous donne l'ordre de circuler.
J'ai le droit d'enregistrer le message dans mon droit.
You're saying something. I have to believe you. I don't believe you. That's your responsibility.
Hey!
Police officer, they do it.
Mettre ça d'en face.
Je mets
C'est une question de sécurité. Tu continues, you're gonna be booked.
Book me.
Be arrested.
No problem. For what? For standing on the corner? Don't have to give my ID. I'm not driving a car.
Yeah.
Infraction, sir. But I don't have to give you an ID. I'm not driving a car. Okay, what is your name? I don't have to tell you my name.
Stand on the sidewalk. You shouldn't stand on the street. That's jaywalking.
No, it's the sidewalk, please.
Yeah, you have the right to be on the sidewalk, and we're already suing the SPUEM.
Yeah.
And we'll sue them again.
I
I'm
hope
happy to
so.
talk to them. Unfortunately, they don't speak French.
He speaks English, actually, to me.
What?
So I reject their demand to be get off the sidewalk, and I'll sue them if they tell you they can touch you.
They want to give me a ticket if I'm staying.
Take the ticket.
We'll fight it in court.
Yeah.
But if they touch you or arrest you or push you, we'll sue them because you're allowed to be on the sidewalk. Just film everything, please. Film all your interactions with the police. And even remind them that we're already suing them and I'm happy to sue again. I'm happy to talk to the police if you need mental help.
Yeah, you're allowed. You can talk to them.
I'm gonna talk to them. I want to. Remove that from my face.
Just make sure you get the names of the police, Alexa, because their names and badge numbers.
Because what they are asking out by a municipal law to stand on the sidewalk where I'm allowed because it's a public space. So what they are asking right now is not legal. So we'll take all their name and what will make them remember that we have already a lawsuit against the SPVM. Donc, votre badge number, monsieur?
Monsieur l'agent Santana, 5793.
5793. Monsieur, badge number.
Je travaille.
So why are you
Vous écoutez, vous travaillez pas.
No.
Enlève ça de mon gage.
J'ai pas mon micro, monsieur, je vous demande votre badge.
Yeah.
Pour ma sécurité. J'aimerais ça que tu recules quand enlève ça de ma face, s'il te plaît.
Je vous demande, je me recule, mais j'ai besoin de votre badge number. Votre numéro de badge, monsieur.
Viens avec moi.
Monsieur, j'ai besoin de votre numéro de badge et votre nom.
Pas d'affaire à vous, madame.
Oui, ben, j'ai besoin d'avoir votre nom. Ben, je vous demande de vous identifier, monsieur.
Ça a été positivement.
Est-ce que tu as pris ton nom? C'est Chauvette. J. Chauvette. Now you can see They are giving a ticket to this man because he didn't comply to move from the sidewalk. You can see it. This is a sidewalk. This is not the street. This is a public space. We are allowed as a citizen to stand up in the public space because you have no reason. We are not a threat. We are not doing anything bad. So one, I've been taken away for probably receive a ticket, and we'll continue to ask our question because we are therefore asking questions to Mr. Trudeau because Mr. Trudeau doesn't give any answer to all the other part of the citizen that are asking for answer. Mr. Trudeau, do you agree with Mark Rutte about the new regulation? Carbon emission. Do you support it?
Madame,
I'm doing my job.
je comprends, mais qu'est-ce qu'on vous a demandé tout à l'heure? De circuler.
Oui, mais this is my right to be on the side.
On va être correct.
But why can I not stand here?
J'ai déjà expliqué, là.
Pourquoi je peux pas être
On
ici?
vous l'a expliqué, c'est un règlement municipal. Vous me
Il
le
n'y a pas de
demandez.
règlement municipal,
Oui,
monsieur.
vous êtes en train de flâner, là, c'est pour ça. Là. Vous restez ici.
Parce qu'on n'a plus le droit de flâner.
Merci. Donc, est-ce que vous allez...
Non, en fait,
Merci.
on ne me touche pas, premièrement. Vous avez quasiment touché.
T'es pas en train de flâner.
Je suis en train de travailler, je fais mon reportage. I'm a reporter, I'm a journalist, I'm doing my job right now, I'm not just doing anything.
Sauf que vous n'allez pas plus loin qu'ici. Parce que je suis là présent. Là non plus.
But you say that I cannot stand, so I'm walking.
OK, mais de l'autre côté.
Hey, man. Monsieur Trudeau,
Je comprends pas, là, ça sert à rien.
oui, I'm here for doing my job.
Parfait. On va demander de traverser l'autre côté, s'il vous plaît.
Non,
C'est
sur
un
quelle
ordre. C'est
raison?
un ordre.
Un ordre de pauvre.
Traversez, madame, s'il vous plaît.
Mais sous quelle raison?
Madame, je vous la demande. Traversez l'autre côté.
Parce qu'un ordre vient nécessairement avec quelque chose.
Madame,
Non, ne me touchez
Mais
pas.
à ce moment-là,
Je
traversez.
fais mon travail de journaliste,
Je ne
monsieur.
toucherai pas. Traversez l'autre côté.
Sur
Vous savez,
quelle raison?
c'est que c'est un ordre. La police
ordre?
vous donne un ordre, vous obéissez. Ça fait que ça
Écoutez,
finit là.
ne me poussez pas.
Non, mais vous allez traverser l'autre côté.
So now, the police are giving me an order to cross the other side. Hey, vous n'avez pas le droit de me... Juste vous rappeler qu'on a déjà une poursuite contre la SPB. Votre nom, votre... Badge number.
Krukowski, c'est marqué là. 6084. Là, ouais.
Comment?
6084. Traversez. Attention, madame.
Et votre nom?
Merci.
complet?
C'est marqué là.
Non, non.
Krukowski.
Moi, j'ai besoin de le voir.
C'est bon.
Monsieur m'a poussé. Monsieur a eu une interaction physique avec moi. The police did push me. So we had an interaction. I did nothing. I was just doing my job. Way everybody.
But if it would be the president of the United States, they would block up 3 blocks. You know, this is not security.
Yeah.
No, it's not security. Anybody come with a gun is not shooting. You know,
With the so-called SPV, I'm standing around.
no security. This is not enough security. Right?
But
Especially what's going on in this crazy world. You know, you have shootings all over the place. It's not a fancy restaurant.
I'm really happy I'm
We're
having
not eating in a cheap restaurant. We're eating with
But what do you think about the fact that the police came, they give a ticket to someone that was just standing on the street?
They give him a ticket.
Yes,
You need security, you know.
This is not security.
It's not security, but
This is empty. This is bags of meat, empty.
it's a joke. It's not security.
Bastards with meat in it. That's it.
I'm just wondering, you're the security of Mr. Trudeau? Yeah.
Don't ask if you know.
No, but why the police is doing your job instead of you pushing away? No problem?
yeah, this is fucking weird.
Because now you have no security around, but the police came, so the taxpayer money is using for having more security instead of you maybe standing to protect the prime minister, no?
C'est your point of view.
But why are you standing just in the street and not doing anything? That's supposed to be paid for being like the security? Or maybe not.
I don't know. He seems to know better than me, so.
I don't know. It's why I'm asking you the question. Why you are so many?
I'm good.
No answer. Explanation why you cannot stand on the street.
They said it's a regulation of or something. I don't know exactly what, but I asked them to give me a regulation number. They couldn't give it to me. That's it.
And what do you think about all of that?
I told them that I think that they're bullies, and that's it.
Yeah. And especially because we know that during the curfew, the acidic place was the most targeted. What do you think about all of that? And Mr. Trudeau doesn't answer any questions.
I don't. Mr. Trudeau, you can't talk to him. Look, I can't talk because I'll be singled out afterwards as a Hasidic Jew saying my own personal opinion. This is not. I'm not talking on behalf of anybody, but this is my personal opinion about being not right, and it's not right to the people, and he's not listening to the people. So. But this is my personal opinion, and I don't want people to start scapegoating the whole community because I said something. So that's about my opinion.
So no ticket. It was not fine. They just say that they can give it to him a ticket, but he didn't do it. They say that it's a municipal law to not stand in the street and not doing anything. This is again untrue because on public space you're allowed to stand as a free citizen in the street, not in the middle of the street, but on a sidewalk. Police is there asking people. I'm really far away from you, and
Good. You are, but I asked.
Yeah, but you have like a lot of people on this side.
Yes,
what is the difference?
I'm about to make the move. All right, so is you. All right, please move. Thank you. Move again, actually, for the 10th time. Thank you.
Oh, still, you see, they are pushing away the people that are just trying to stand somewhere and redirecting them the other side of the street. So this is kind of incredible. So Justin Trudeau just left the restaurant as usual. He did ignore everybody, took some selfie with some people who were in the restaurant, and afterwards, the police did block the street for him to enter in the car. So as usual, Mr. Trudeau doesn't want to be confronted on real question. So if you like, please like and share that video. Thanks, guys. You see, we left right away when we received the tip that Mr. Trudeau was in Montreal. And so if you want to help us with our coverage, please go to rebelfieldreport.com. And on this website, you can donate generously for our
Tonight, sticker shock, a surprise.
Economic circumstances.
Aggressive action by the Bank of Canada putting the squeeze on big borrowing Canadians.
It's made for a challenging year.
The painful cure to settle sky-high inflation. What comes next and what it means for you. Stunning revelations tonight about the moments leading up to Nova Scotia's deadly mass shooting.
I thought if I could just make it to the morning, then I can crawl out and get help.
Dramatic video and details from the gunman's first victim, his partner. And to boost or to wait.
It's not an obligation to get
It may ultimately be worth it. The bank is raising its key interest rate by a full percentage point. And I should say, we knew an increase was coming, but
from a variable rate to a higher fixed one.
To get that peace of mind that it's not going to keep going higher and higher, at least not for 5 years, was where
To get more.
doesn't feel nice.
The Bank of Canada started raising interest rates from record lows in March. Today, a drastic hike of 100 basis points is 4 times the average move by the central bank. Policymakers called it difficult but necessary.
By front-loading the increase in interest rates, we're trying to avoid the need for even higher interest rates further down the road.
In Canada, inflation has been relentless, hitting 7.7% in May, a level not seen in 40 years. And it's a problem around the world.
We have supply chain disruptions, really high oil prices.
Can't do much about those global drivers, but higher interest rates will cool domestic spending and hopefully ease the price pressures which have caught policymakers off guard.
They're playing a bit of a catch-up here, and that's partly why they're going up so fast.
Back in Markham, Capes hopes higher interest rates will be worth it.
I'm hoping that we're going to...
Short-term pain for long-term economic gain.
Okay, so Nisha, I'm sorry to ask the crystal ball question, but I have to ask the crystal ball question. How high could interest rates go?
Interest rates working, but the bank says inflation won't get back to where it was, 2%, until 2024. So it warns that its key interest rate will 3% or higher.
Right, and it is quite the balancing act, right? The Bank of Canada trying to curb inflation, but without causing a recession.
That's the goal, and it's what economists call a soft landing. Now, one economist I talked to today thinks it's possible, others aren't as optimistic.